Hey everyone, happy Friday. I am so excited to be talking about this topic today. I know I say that every week, but this week I asked in the group what people wanted to hear about, what they wanted to learn about, and Instagram marketing was number one for almost everyone. So, that makes me understand a lot more about this group and what we're looking for, and that we really want to grow our Instagrams and grow our podcasts along the way. And so I am very excited for this topic, what your Instagram is missing. So, my name is Haley Hayhurst. I am the owner of Espresso Podcast Production. I help my clients grow their podcasts and their businesses. I work with entrepreneurs and small business owners to increase visibility and profits through marketing strategies. So, let's get right into everything you need to know about what your Instagram may be missing. So, if you're watching this live, comment and let me know what your Instagram handle is, and then I'll go check it out. I'll connect with you on there. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, still let me know what your Instagram is, and we will connect over there. So, what I see, I want to preface this with what I see a lot of entrepreneurs doing and podcasters doing is they only post when they have a new episode out. So they're only posting new episode and then maybe they have an audiogram or a quote card or something like that. And that is just what their Instagram looks like. It only is announcing new episodes. And I want that to change for all of us today because think about it this way. Why would someone follow your Instagram if you're only posting when you have a new episode? Definitely start posting in between those episodes. Share some more information. People can subscribe to you on Apple Podcasts or Spotify and get that notification when you have a new episode out rather than following along on your Instagram. So, I have 4 things that I want you to start including in your Instagram marketing today. I want you all to have a plan when you're posting, and so we'll talk about this in a different training. I've talked about it a little bit before, but these are just the 4 things that you need to infuse into your strategy to make your Instagram so much stronger and build your community so much more. So, like I was saying, I want you to be posting when you have new episodes out, but between those, use these 4 things. The first one is your personality. You need to be posting and including your personality in it. Let's say you have a lifestyle podcast. I was talking to someone a while ago who he had a podcast with his friend, and they had very casual talks about where they are in life, business. It was a great podcast, but his Instagram, all of his graphics were very, very professional. They were all very, very, I don't even know what the word is for it. It just wasn't his personality. It was very corporate looking, where he was having just casual chats with his friend. And so your personality needs to be in your podcast, in your Instagram marketing. This could be photos of yourself. This could be photos of you and your family. Show off your face because people want to see who they're listening to. But also, this could be cute little, captions on your posts. If you say a word a lot, put that in there. Make it sound like the way you talk on your podcast. I see a big disconnect in a lot of Instagrams based off of their podcasts where it doesn't look like the same person did it. Even if, I do marketing for some of my clients, I physically write those captions for them. I write their show notes. I post on Instagram for them. But I always make sure it sounds like them because that is the most important thing. It makes absolutely no sense to anyone if you are fun and bubbly on your podcast and then when you're writing your captions, you sound like a robot. You definitely want to make sure that these 2 things match. Your personality is everywhere because that's what makes you stand out from other podcasts in your same field. Even if you're talking about a topic that 1,000 other podcasts are talking about, you make yours stand out. You make yours special. And it's your personality, it's your expertise, it's your background knowledge, all of those things that make you stand out from those other ones. So put that in your marketing, put that in your captions, put that on your feed. Let people know who you are and why they should listen to you. So that is number one. Your Instagram might be missing your personality. Number two is you're not educating your followers and giving them information often enough. A quick and easy way to do this is, let's say you have an episode about, so I'm releasing an episode next week where I talk to a business owner who sells products. I could repurpose that episode into a win for my followers. It could just be a swipe through of how to sell your products sustainably or how to keep connections with your clients throughout the year. Something like that. And that could be a whole nother post. So take your episodes and turn it into an educational post. It could be the same information that you're sharing on your podcast, just repurpose it into some sort of swipe through or educational piece. This could be anything too. You could go live on Instagram and share tons of information. As long as you're educating your audience in between your episodes, they will be engaged. It depends on what your podcast is about. It depends on what your podcast goals are, but your people are coming to you because they want to learn something. They want to have a new perspective on something. Educational posts are what you struggle with, Shelly. Okay, so what is your podcast about? Because we can talk a little bit about this too, because you just need to be sure that you're educating people based off of what your podcast is. And so if you have a lifestyle podcast, you could create a reel of maybe some places around your city that you love going. Or if you have a business podcast, you could do something like my 3 favorite tools that I use in my business every day. I just made a reel today about Calendly. And I love Calendly. It's my favorite tool. It makes everything so easy. And that's a way that I can educate my audience that doesn't directly relate to my podcast, but it relates in enough ways. So, education and information that might be missing from your Instagram. The third thing, which I touched on a little bit, is those quick wins. People, when they're scrolling through Instagram, they get a lot of information really quickly. And so give your audience a quick win. This could be a quote of the day, this could be a challenge of the day. In all of my podcast episodes, I have my guests challenge the listeners to do 3 things that they can start doing today. And that's a quick win for them. And so figure out what your audience wants from you and what you can offer quickly. So Shelly says that she interviews women over 50 who have made transformations in their life. We bust through the stereotypes of what that means for women over 50 today. So an educational post could be something as simple as, 3 things I did when I turned 50 that transformed my life, or 3 things I did in my 40s that I wish I hadn't. Things like that could be super easy and super, people want to see that. And then that could also be a quick win. You could say, like, this affirmation got me through the month of February, or something like that, where it's just educating them on what your topic is about. So if you maybe did like a different decade for each post, it could be like things I did in my 20s that were amazing, things I wish I didn't do in my 20s, things in my 30s, and keep going like that. I think that that could be some really good information that you can make into a post or reels. Reels are going to be game changers too if you're not already using those, because that gets us in front of a lot of new eyes really quickly. Reels can blow up. And so, yes, overthinking it is is the biggest part that I see a lot from my clients, because I help them with this. In my coaching program, I help them decide what we're going to post and what will actually convert people into listeners. If they have a business, what will convert them into listeners and then clients. It all comes down to strategy, but it also comes down to making sure that you're offering people what they actually want to see that keeps them engaged with your content. So, the fourth thing that your Instagram might be missing is entertainment. Like I said, with that podcast host that I was talking to a while ago, he was missing entertainment on his Instagram because he was so set with the entertainment on his podcast. But when it converted over to Instagram, it was very professional and not necessarily entertaining. And so, entertainment can mean a lot of different things for a lot of different podcasts. But if you're engaging your listeners, your followers, and entertaining them, this could be, I can link her Instagram down below, but she's one of my clients. Her name is Mary. She is a health coach and she has the best reels I've ever seen. So if you need some reels, perfect. You have the entertainment down pat, Shelly. I love that. So entertainment can be a big struggle for a lot of people. Some people really are great at the educational piece, but they're missing entertainment and personality. Some people have the entertainment and personality, but are missing like the core of why people are following them. It's the core that people want to learn more about your topic. And so the way that you should think about this is if you can engage someone in a post, if you can get them engaged in a 30-second reel or hopping on your Instagram story. Instagram stories are a great way to show off your personality. Then you will have them hooked. They will feel your energy and they will feel inspired to go and listen to your episodes. And then you have a listener for life. So these are the 4 things that your Instagram is probably missing. It could be a combination of the 4, could be a few of the 4, all of the 4. So just to recap, these are personality, education/information, quick wins, and entertainment. So again, if you're watching the replay, put your Instagram in the comments. I'll go check it out and connect with you. I also offer podcast audits. I can put that link down below too. So if you're looking to completely transform your podcast and your marketing in an hour session, these are very informational, very customized to you. I will do all the research and then we will go off of it together. And just like I did with Shelly today, giving her some some quick wins and ideas, this hour session is that times 10. You will be able to walk away and feel so inspired and know exactly what to post. So I will put that link down below. It's calendly.com/Haley Hayhurst is where you can book that with me, but I'll put the link below for easy access. If you have any questions, just let me know. This is one of my favorite topics because this is what I love helping my clients with, the Instagram part of podcasting. I always say there are so many podcasts out there. I think there's 2 million plus now, but there's not a lot of ones that stand out. And that really comes down to marketing or lack of marketing. So that is why I am in this podcast space to help you all and inspire you all to make your marketing the best it can be to get the listeners that you dream of. So you can connect with me here on Facebook, or you can find me over on Instagram at Espresso Podcast Production, and I will be back next week. We will be talking about growing your community on social media and through your podcast. So thank you so much, and I will talk to you all soon.